All right, folks, it is July 28th, 2025, and we have a Skywarn net activation in the Twin Cities metropolitan area for strong winds and hail. And while I was getting things set up here, we had Skywarn spotter report an observed wind gust of 87.6 miles per hour. So pretty gusty winds. We can see we've got a severe thunderstorm warning for Carver and Hennepin counties, I believe. McLeod County, northeastern Sibley County, southwestern Wright County, Carver County, and West Hennepin County in Minneapolis or Minnesota until 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time. Estimated hail less than 1 inch in size, wind gusts of 60 miles an hour, although we clearly just had a report substantially higher than that in the northwest metro area. So we'll listen in and see what we hear. In the meantime, go back to the radar loop. We also have a Tempest weather station that is located out in the front yard. It is in a bit of a depression, so it will not necessarily read the most accurate wind gust conditions.
You have a reportable condition at your location. Call net control using your assigned Skywarn ID. Net control will then acknowledge you. K0MSW 2127.
This storm complex formed out in the Dakotas and has been making its way through west central Minnesota and is arriving now. As you just heard, the time is 21:27 or 9:27 p.m. Central Daylight Time.
You're in a severe thunderstorm warning and formal activation for severe thunderstorm warning, which is set to expire in 32 minutes. 60-mile-per-hour wind is observed. Mile-an-hour gust was observed at Hutchinson Airport. Good 10 to 15 minutes. If you have a reportable condition at your location, call net control. This is K0MSW at 2128.
So as I was saying, the Tempest system here is down in a bit of a depression. So I do have the website up so we can see those numbers. We've got wind gust here. We've got the current temperature, the barometric pressure. This lightning chart is kind of cool. So time scale is across the bottom. Distance in miles from the Tempest station is on the y-axis here. And so the higher it is up, the further away it is. And so you can see this line of storms is moving closer, and as has the lightning strikes. So I can see it out the window. The winds are not too strong yet at this point in time, but the lightning is getting a bit closer. Green line there is the average winds. The red orange.
146.700 WC0HC.
Red or orange here, depending on your color scheme on your screen, will show us the peak wind gusts. Up at the very top here, these little arrows are indicating wind direction. So we'll keep an eye on this as the storm rolls
Weather
through.
statement was just issued for a line of strong thunderstorms that will impact Hennepin, Ramsey, eastern Carver, northwestern Dakota, Washington, southeastern Anoka, in northeastern Scott counties until 10 p.m. If you have a report, please call net control, and the lights are flickering at my home QTH in St. Louis Park.
So I should add, we'll stay live as long as we have power, although I have...
0 MSW at 2130.
I have backup battery power for the radio itself, but currently my computer is not connected to that. And the other thing is our internet stability has been a bit of an issue here. So if the live stream ends abruptly, that will likely be because we lost our internet connectivity and or power to the laptop and other devices that we're using to live stream this evening. So hope you're all doing well. Had a good weekend.
Lose power for more than a very brief moment at my apartment. Please take net control if you're a net control operator. If you're not, you can cover for the moment if another NCO doesn't take it.
So just as a reminder, standard reporting protocols. We would start with our Skywarn spotter ID number that's
And the
issued.
Northwest Metro is more well defined now. If you have per radar, if you have a report, please call net control K0 MSW at 2132.
So we would start with our Skywarn spotter ID with a brief description, wind or hail, followed by our location once we are recognized by the net controller. And then we would wrap up with our ham radio call sign. And today specifically, reportable conditions that we're watching for, monitoring for, are wind gusts of 50 miles an hour or greater, and any sized hail. We've been asked to report those conditions to the Skywarn net control, and they are in touch with the National Weather Service based in Chanhassen, Minnesota. We did have an 86 mile an hour wind gust reported up in this area up here, actually right kind of by that 94 symbol here, just a bit earlier this evening, just prior to going live.
Special weather statement was issued at 9:30 for let's see, urban flooding expected. Thunderstorms with heavy rain will cause minor flooding in the following counties, just minor: Hennepin, Dakota, Anoka, Washington, Ramsey. Until 11:30 p.m. If you're experiencing flash flooding at your location, or you have significant measured rainfall, call net control at K0 MSW 2134.
So we'll see. I can hear the rumbling starting to pick up from the storm as it's approaching. We're not far from the green dot here. This green dot actually represents the radar site, and we can switch over. I don't think there's any rotation. Not anything near us anyway. Some little pockets of wind shear, but nothing substantial at this point.
Spotter specific in western Carver or far southwestern Hennepin, and you have a reportable condition, please call net control.
I was just going to pull up one of the resource guides for Skywarn spotters so we can take a look at, just generally speaking, reportable conditions.
Kilo 0 Tango Foxtrot Whiskey, net control 3051, identifier.
3051. Yes.
Okay, I can hear the wind really picking up, and it sounds like we might have some hail hitting out the front door, so I'm going to take a look in case we need to report that. I will be right back.
3051, please go ahead. Other spotter, please verify if he's talking and please relay his transmission to net control.
Net control, I believe he was just checking in.
Thanks, I just started to realize that this is net control station K0MSW, only taking reportable conditions at this time. Please use your assigned Metro Skywarn ID to call net control, and again, the light just flickered for a brief moment at my home. Please call net control if you have only a reportable condition. K0MSW. 2137.
Kilo 0 Tango Foxtrot Whiskey 3051, over.
Go ahead.
Had to get down into the garage where I have battery power because lights are out, all power is out up here in Hugo. Straight line wind's pretty good. Can't give you an exact, but it's pretty heavy. Rain coming straight out of the north and power is out in Hugo, Minnesota, over.
Call the power company if you're concerned. Thanks. K0MSW 2138.
Okay, so the leading edge of the storm just arrived,
Copy
and the
that.
winds
I
have
am
picked
not
up
concerned. Just
dramatically.
getting your reportable if anybody wants to know what's coming their way, over.
Yeah, no, it's good information. Thank you. I didn't know that Hugo was being hit. I've been more focused on what's going on closer to home.
Copy that. I thought Hugo was pretty close to home, over.